Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing the huge debate that everyone's been thinking about. Do you steal supplies or do you buy supplies? So, basically, the short answer is actually a very short answer to do you buy supplies or steal supplies? You steal it. So, obviously, in some of my GT5 online guides, I tell you to buy the supplies. But you always want to steal the supplies no matter what. Always steal the supplies. The reason why is because it will make you more money. It will earn you back the money you already bought for your business faster than buying the supplies. So I'm going to steal some supplies. And here's the answer why you always want to steal the supplies than buy the supplies.
Okay, well, the supplies we found are in the hands of some pretty nasty people. Deal with those people and get us what we need.
Guys don't know, buying supplies, it makes you way less money than actually stealing supplies. So this is why you always want to steal the supplies no matter what. As you guys can see, I'm in a resupply mission. I'm going to take my oppressor and let's just steal some supplies. So always steal supplies. No matter what you do, always steal the supplies. Now it's a huge debate. Some people think you should buy the supplies and some people think you should steal the supplies. But if you want the most amount of money, always steal the supplies. Because buying the supplies, you're not going to earn that $75,000 back easily. You're not going to earn it back easily. I'm not saying you won't earn it back. You will earn it back. But it's going to take you a lot of time to earn that back. Plus, stealing supplies, if you're money grinding, buying supplies is kind of like, it's kind of like a waste of money. Also, if you're money grinding, obviously, like, you have to, like, do stuff that's really hard and stuff like that. And stealing supplies is one of those. Stealing supplies, I feel like, just puts the grinding in money grinding. It puts the word grinding in money grinding. Obviously, yes, I always steal the supplies, even though I have my Coke lockup fully upgraded and my bunker almost fully upgraded. I always steal the supplies. No matter how many upgrades you have, no matter what anybody tells you, always just steal the supplies. Okay, people might say that stealing the supplies is a waste of time. Well, that's not true, because stealing the supplies earns you more money than buying the supplies, so it's not true that it's a waste of time. Now, putting the stealing supplies or buying the supplies debate to the end, it's not really that easy, because I thought that stealing supplies would have won by now, but more people buy the supplies than supplies, and they're basically just losing money on buying the supplies. Well, you're actually getting money on stealing supplies, so that's why stealing supplies is always better. See, in my things, I say you should either buy or steal. I don't say if you should specifically or specifically steal. I say you can buy or steal. There's a difference about that. Because there is a efficient way to make money. You buy the supplies and then you steal the supplies after you bought the supplies. So as your supplies is still getting there, you obviously still gonna get some supplies, meaning you can fill up your supplies some more and earn more money. And I think my bike might be stuck down here. Let me just... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's the debate. Stealing supplies is bad. So obviously, if you have hundreds of millions of dollars in GTA, yes, buying supplies. It's not really a debate if you have hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not really a debate. Cause like if you have hundreds of millions of dollars, like it's not a debate to you. Cause you can buy the supplies and still literally like not lose any money. Like you barely lose any money. You can also steal the supplies and you don't lose any money still. So either losing that much money. Either way you're still earning money, but still, if you have hundreds of millions of dollars, which I don't, then it's not a debate. It's not a debate at all. Like, I don't know why this debate even exists when stealing supplies is clearly better. There's actually some pretty good YouTubers that I know that think you should steal the supply, that think you should buy the supplies, and I'm fine with that. Even though I steal the supplies, I'm fine if they buy the supplies, because those YouTubers have hundreds of millions of dollars in GTA Online. Like the professional. I've seen his money guides. I don't know him in life, but he says buying supplies is better. And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. The reason why is because he has hundreds of millions of dollars, so he can do whatever he wants. He has hundreds of millions of dollars in GTA Online that he can literally buy thousands of supplies and barely lose any money. Like, the professional, he's one of the YouTubers I don't know in real life. I do not know him in real life at all. But he's actually one of those rare YouTubers that actually, like, help you get money in GTA Online. I'm actually one of those YouTubers that actually help you get money in GTA Online. Like, there's some money guides that don't help you at all. Like, I've seen at least 10 money guides that just say, buy this business, oh, buy this business, buy this business, buy this business, buy this business straight away, buy this business, even though you can't afford this business, just buy it. But the professional is not one of those YouTubers. The professional is an actual good YouTuber. He's a good YouTuber that actually helps people make money in GTA Online. Like buying or stealing is fine. Like people might say, hey, buying supplies is better because stealing is down. Well, it's a game, so like, I don't really care that you think about that, but seriously, it's just a game. So do whatever you want. Buy the supplies or steal the supplies. Overall, stealing the supplies is just better than buying the supplies, so. Even though a lot of people think that stealing the supplies is a waste of time, I overall think it's better. So. Like, if you could only, like, steal the supplies, that would kind of be a nightmare, though. Like, think about it. Only being able to steal the supplies for your businesses, that would be a nightmare. And it's the same for only being able to buy the supplies. That would also be a nightmare. Because then you'd have to spend more money on your business. But stealing supplies, you just have to spend more time than you already spent trying to buy the business and trying to get the actual money to buy the actual business. So even though you might have hundreds of millions of dollars and you like buying the supplies, still think about what would happen if you could only steal the supplies and not buy the supplies at all, and think about what would happen if you could think about like how bad it would be if you just had to, like, if all you had to do was just steal the supplies. Think about that. All the people that like buying the supplies, think about the nightmare that it would be if you could only buy the supplies and not steal the supplies. Think about the nightmare that it would be. And also, the people that like buying the supplies, think about the nightmare that it would be if you could only steal the supplies. Think about the nightmare that it would be if you could only steal the supplies. They'd both be nightmares, but since we have the option to either steal the supplies or buy the supplies, it's not really that much of a nightmare than it would be if you could only buy the supplies or if you could only steal the supplies. Like, even though stealing the supplies may be better, like, I still buy the supplies sometimes, but I mainly, like, steal the supplies. Like, just because stealing supplies is better, think about what it would be like if you could only steal the supplies. Like, if you only had the option to steal the supplies. Just thinking about that, like, just, like, gives me nightmares thinking about that. It literally gives me nightmares thinking about only being able to steal the supplies. And it just gives me nightmares thinking about only being able to buy the supplies. Like, the professional has hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm pretty sure if he ever thought of only being able to buy the supplies, he would literally have nightmares. Like, it would be a nightmare for him, and it would also be a nightmare for, like, people that love stealing supplies, including me. It would be a nightmare if I could only steal the supplies, not buy the supplies. Because yes, even with a fully upgraded lockup or with a fully upgraded bunker, I feel like you should still just steal the supplies. So that's why I think stealing the supplies is better than buying the supplies. It's not even that much of a debate.